One week ends, another one begins. And we close out week 2 of the NFL season with the Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles without A.J. Brown. So what an interesting game this becomes. And we're going to get down to everything from the sides, to the totals, to the props, to the touchdowns, you name it. But I got to show you guys something first. Look, you already know if you're over there, we're not about a hype Discord over at Tails, right? We're not about that. We grind our way to a profit, but we have fun along the way. And yesterday, we hit a 5-player anytime touchdown round robin by 2s, by 3s, by 4s, 5-leg parlay, and bet them all singles. So if you were there, we had an awesome day, and I'm so happy that everyone could be a part of that. Like I said, it's not, I have to show you the screenshot. We just have to, otherwise, what am I doing? Because it was an awesome day and an awesome win. We're betting singles, we're betting straights, and then we hit the round robins, the parlays. And when we have days like that, we go nuclear like we did yesterday. If you ever want to join, links in the description and the pinned comment. And that means 50% off your first week or month with promo code NFL24. That's all you got to do. Less than $5 for the first week, less than $15 for the first month. Let's have an awesome NFL season. Hey, Dave Loughy here on Twitter at Loughy_D, and we're talking Monday Night Football. Eagles 5.5-point favorites at home, coming back from Brazil, 45.5-point total in this game. Let's dig in. Starting with a side. What makes this game kind of tough is that, well, number one, A.J. Brown is out. And A.J. Brown, played every game last season. The guy has traditionally been very healthy. But on the other side, Kirk Cousins, surgically repaired Achilles, and the play calling for Atlanta was ghastly last week, right? I mean, Ray McLeod, you might want to look under on the 28.5 receiving yards because the guy was targeted 7 times, only ran 19 routes, was targeted on 37% of his routes. If Zach Robinson keeps that up, he could be out of a job in short order. And, maybe it was just Cousins was rusty in week 1. I hadn't played in a while, didn't play in the preseason. I think teams might start playing their quarterbacks and their starters at least one preseason game going. I think they might eschew the newest tradition and go back to doing that, seeing how slow some of these teams have started early on. But what if that Achilles is still an issue? He said it wasn't, but players are going to say that. Could present some real problems for the Falcons offense. I like the over in this game still, though, because all those concerns I just mentioned, including the absence of A.J. Brown, Philly's defense, like Quinyon Mitchell played well last week, but he still looked like a rookie at times. And Vic Fangio, only a second week as defensive coordinator, a lot of young guys out there that are hungry and flying around, but also making mistakes. They had holes. They won, but they gave up 414 yards and 29 points, all right? The other thing, though, is their offense had 410 yards and 34 points, despite Jalen Hurts having a bad overall game. I mean, shit, he had 2 interceptions, 2 bad interceptions, lost a fumble, fumbled another one. Saquon Barkley slipped early in the game, lost 400 yards near the goal line, and they still managed 34 points and 400-plus yards of offense. And while Kirk Cousins, we know this, historically has a bad record in primetime Monday Night Football, he has won 3 of his last 4. So, take that for what it's worth. But I look at this game outside of the total as a battle in the trenches. The Falcons' offensive line should have been good. On paper, they are. And granted, TJ Watt can just completely wreck a game. I understand all of that. But they couldn't pass block for shit last week. I mean, it was bad. They were dead last in pass rush win rate on defense as well. Meanwhile, Philly finished 1st in run blocking, 7th in pass blocking, and 6th in pass rush, and they haven't played since last Friday. I would lean Philly minus 5.5 here, given that we're getting it under 6. Even without A.J. Brown, I think right now there are less question marks on the Philly side and a better team in the trenches, which could make all of the difference tonight. All right, let's get into some props. Now, Dallas Goedert, he's played almost all. The last game, Devontae Smith played 16 of 17. A.J. Brown in the regular season played all 17. Dallas Goedert, receptions and receiving yards looks good to me today. You're getting over 4.5 receptions at plus 118, plus money on FanDuel. You're getting over 42.5 receiving yards at minus 110 on Bet365. And as always, if you're not on Bet365, if you're in any of those states you see on the screen, you bet $5, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly when it settles. You could bet a live bet, right, on a drive. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. And the moment that settles, 5 minutes later, you have your $200 in bonus bets. I collected 50 in bonus bets the other day just on a regular Thursday night football game because they were giving $10 in bonus bets out every time a touchdown was scored, as long as you bet a same game parlay, 50 plus. So their promos are the best. Their sign-up offers the best. If you're in one of those states, $5 into 200, links in the description and in the pinned comment. Just put 10 in, only bet 5. Got to be 21 years or older. And if you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. But aside from that, best offer out there, best promos for all of these island games. I think with A.J. Brown out, we should see the volume go up for Goddard. And here's why. Week 1, he played 82% of snaps, ran a route on 77% of dropbacks. But I think you see a lot more of that this week. And he was targeted 5 times. But when you consider the fact that A.J. Brown paced the Eagles with 10 targets, almost a 30% target share, Devonta Smith had 8, so 18 of 34 pass attempts went to those 2 guys, it has to go somewhere. And Jahan Dotson, they didn't sign him until August 22nd in that trade with the Commanders. He's still wet behind the ears when it comes to this offense, and it's pretty evident given that last week he ran 24 routes and was only targeted once. They hardly ever looked his way. Not to mention Johnny Wilson as well. Look, not that he's anything special, but he's a big 6'6" behemoth that they can use in the red zone that maybe would get more work. He didn't practice Saturday because he's dealing with a hamstring injury as well. So maybe they bring Paris Campbell up from the practice squad. But I think when you look at, okay, ample work from Saquon Barkley and clearly Devonta Smith, but Goddard is the clear third option in this offense right now, and he is the definite second option in the passing game. So let's hit those overs on Dallas Goedert today. 1 touchdown prop for you as well. This is a FanDuel specific for sure. The books are super divided on Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown prop. I've seen these odds as short as -138, -140. Crazy, right? On FanDuel, it's at plus money, plus 105. On principle, I have to take this, all right? I don't care if he doesn't score. On principle, I have to take it. They tried to do the brotherly shove, the QB sneak, but they had a botched fumble. The field was whack. The starting center isn't Jason Kelce anymore. They'll get that figured out. Plus money on a Jalen Hurts. Do you know that nobody, and of course, Barkley's going to get carries at the goal line, but so did Swift, so did Sanders. Still, Jalen Hurts since 2021 has more rushing touchdowns than anyone in football. Not any quarterback, anyone in football, including Derrick Henry. All right. So if I'm getting offered plus money at FanDuel, I just have to do it on principle, but also because I think it's a pretty good bet. The guy scores. The guy scores a lot, and they're going to continue to do that. And as far as a long shot touchdown goes, with no A.J. Brown, and even if Johnny Wilson was active, we don't know they'd use him in the red zone. I think Dallas Goedert at plus 240 on Caesars, much longer odds than anywhere else, is worth a little bit of a sprinkle for tonight. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And remember, come hit me up on Tails. Look, you get all of the alerts straight to your phone, but you also have the premium Discord. And it's an awesome platform. It's an awesome community. We're building it. Would love to have you a part of it. NFL 24 for 50% off your first week or month. Until next time, we'll see you back here for the next one. Peace.